artistic director and owner of Artisan Dance Studio located right here in Columbus, Ohio. Many of you come and take classes with us in our physical studio, and some of you are joining us virtually through MindBody Online for our virtual live stream classes, and we're so excited to have you here. What I'm doing today is starting a video series of what to expect when you're taking an absolute beginner ballet class or a regular beginner ballet class. So whether you have no experience taking ballet, or maybe you took ballet when you were younger and you're getting back into it, what I want to do is really just answer a lot of your questions about what to expect when you're taking a ballet class. Okay, dancers, one of the first questions that I get asked all the time is, do I need shoes for my first ballet class? You can take the first ballet class in your socks if you really need to. So if you're not quite sure if this is something that you want to spend your time doing or something that you want to invest in, a pair of socks should be fine. But please be mindful that when you are dancing in center, socks can tend to be a little bit more slippery. So we definitely do recommend a pair of canvas ballet shoes if you're gonna do ballet for the long term. The shoes I definitely recommend are just a simple pair of canvas split sole ballet shoes. These are Sodansas, and you can purchase these at your local dancewear shop. If you're here in Columbus, Ohio, we definitely recommend Opening Night Dancewear located in Dublin and Gahanna. You can also check with, if you don't live in Columbus, you can check with your local dancewear store. If not, check out discountdancesupply.com. They have everything. I love the canvas shoes because when they get a little bit dirty, which these ones are about there, you can just pop them in the washer, take them out, let them air dry, and then they feel nice and fresh for your next class. Okay, so you're ready to come for your first ballet class. And your next question is probably, what should I wear to class? And in truth, there's so many different variations of what people wear to class. But the one thing that they all have in common is that what they're wearing is going to make them feel confident and make them feel good during class. You are surrounded by mirrors during class, and so it's good to make sure that you're wearing a confidence that you feel good in and that you're not going to mess with during class or something that's going to be distracting. If you're coming to Artisan Dance Studio, I'll make sure that I break down our policies regarding dress code. If you're going to a different studio, what we recommend is really checking out their website or giving them a call or sending them an email to go over what their policies are for dress code. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Open mind. That first class might feel overwhelming. If you have questions, definitely ask them. If you're not ready to ask questions, we understand. But make sure that you're really taking that time to just be forgiving of yourself. If you make a mistake, that's okay. That's why we practice at home, and that's why we continually come and take classes. So make sure that you're really forgiving yourself when something doesn't go as planned. You're not going to be perfect your first class, and nobody expects you to be perfect your first class. But we do hope that you have an open mind as you come to class. Show up on time to class, and I think showing up on time actually means showing up 5 to 10 minutes before the start of class. This gives you plenty of time, whether you need to check in at the front desk, fill out a waiver, fill your water bottle, find your place at bar, and maybe do a little warm-up stretch before class begins. This gives you a minute just to really kind of find like a little zen before you start class so you don't feel rushed as you're coming into class. So always try to show up 5 to 10 minutes before the start of class. Okay, my last tip that I recommend is purchasing a dictionary for ballet. This is really helpful because A, it's all in French, and B, there are a lot of terms. So not only are you learning a new art form, a new physical activity, you're also like kind of learning a whole new language. So having a dictionary is really gonna help. If you have questions, make sure that you ask your teacher after class and say, hey, I wasn't sure how do you say this one word, or what is this term, or how do you spell this? Most likely your teacher will be able to help you, and then you can go home and look up those words. Okay, my last tip for you dancers is to practice at home. It makes such a difference. When you're learning anything new, it makes such a difference if you take a little time to practice at home. That doesn't mean that you have to practice everything full out. You could mark some things, and that's totally fine. The great thing about practicing at home is that you can come back the next week and execute those steps a little bit better. You have to remember that every single part of class that we do is only for a short amount of time. So the best thing that you can do is take some of those steps home and practice them. That doesn't mean that you have to practice the whole class. Maybe just take 2 or 3 exercises, or maybe take one step that you have a lot of questions on, and take that home, practice it, and the next time it comes around in class, you'll feel much more comfortable with the material. Okay, dancers, remember that dance is an art form and it's supposed to be fun, yes? So make sure that you're really being forgiving of yourself, keeping an open mind during class, and remember that you're in a room full of people who are also sharing the same fun, exciting passion as you. Get to know them, make some friends. This is a community, and we love having a community full of people who love dance. We've got more videos coming your way that include the structure of class, etiquette in class, and more information to help you have a successful 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th class here at our studio, or at your local studio, or through our virtual classes. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us at info@artisandancestudio.com, and we're happy to answer any questions that you may have. Happy dancing, friends.